What's going on, everybody? Tonight I'm going to be making this BTS poster for this kid right here. And
so special.
She's special, all right. I totally don't want to do this. I am not a BTS fan, but she is. So I'm doing it for her because I love her. So before we get started, please hit like and subscribe at the bottom. Also, click the bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I upload a new video. Now let's get started. Okay, so if you've seen any of my previous videos, what we're going to do is we're going to start exactly the way that we did the first time with these type of typographic lyrics posters. So we're going to go exactly 2 inches in from the x-axis and the y-axis. And so 2 inches around all sides just to give a nice margin there. This is going to be a 24 by 36, so full-size poster. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the typographic lyrics with the image showing through the lyrics. So what I'm going to do at this point is, and this right here is the image that we're going to be using.
They're so pretty. Oh, they're so pretty.
She's a bit obsessed with them. With them, yeah. I mean, besides this, she really does have great taste in music. I promise you that.
Why isn't this great?
Well, I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's not the worst stuff I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay,
but
okay, I get that. So that's good. That's good.
yeah, it's not the worst stuff that I've heard, but you know, it is what it is. It's pop music, and pop music is not necessarily bad or anything like that, but just, you know, it's gonna go out of style in a couple of years. So there's that. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm not gonna bore you to death with the actual gathering of the lyrics because I have to gather all of the lyrics that are on this album. By the way, we're doing the Wings album, which I have never heard. I don't know anything about this album at all,
But I do.
but she knows everything about it. So I'm just gonna go in and actually grab the lyrics out of here and then translate them to English, and as you can see, they are duplicated. We've got them in Korean and in English. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spare you guys all the boring stuff and go through, gather all these lyrics, and she just wants the English portion in the lyrics on the poster itself.
Only to make it easier for him, trust me.
Yes, but it's definitely not easier for me because I'm having to go through and remove all of this crap. So thanks for
You're
that.
welcome. You are so welcome. Merry
Yes.
late Christmas.
So we're going to go ahead and speed up now so you don't have to watch me gather all of these and cut all of them out. So here we go. The things I go through for this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
And-
dragging me out of bed every morning.
Every morning she does not get out of bed. She is incapable of waking up by herself. Incapable.
I'm a bear, okay? I like my sleep.
She is not a morning person. Just like me. Just like me.
Another reason why we get along.
Yes.
Like,
It's a good thing we get along.
yeah, because with all the K-pop that I listen to, you probably would want to kill me by now.
Mm-hmm.
K-pop is...
Luckily she has headphones.
Yeah, except for when I play them.
Okay. So now we are, thank God I'm done gathering all of the lyrics. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it all in one single text block.
I'm
So-
glad you know how to do this because I could never, especially with the whole XY thing. Barely passed that last test.
So what we're doing in Sublime Text is we're going to find a new line. Everywhere where there's a new line, we're going to replace it with a single space. So we're going to do this right here, replacing 1,455 occurrences in one file. Hit replace
welcome.
and done.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Now we're going to go through and make sure that there are no double spaces, triple spaces. There is one, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, quadruple space, no 5 spaces. So replace it with a single space. Yep. And then go back, replace the triple space, 93 of them, and replace double space, 281. Good. All right, so
Where'd you even get those numbers from?
okay, perfect. They showed them to me in the program.
Where?
You know that if you ever used a computer.
Well, I use computer for watching BTS.
Yeah,
videos,
watching BTS videos. See what I'm talking
and
about?
listening to BTS.
Schoolwork. Mm-hmm.
Fight me.
All right, so now we have all of our text, and we're gonna paste this in here.
That is
And it's very small, but what we're gonna do is we are going to change the font, and you want it to be small, because you'll see why in a minute. So we're gonna do change the font size, change it to all caps, go here to paragraph, uncheck hyphenate, justify all lines, and now we're gonna go and adjust the text up until the point where it perfectly fills up that box.
I thought I heard someone opening the door and I was about to. Huh?
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know what it was though.
It sounded like it came from downstairs, but surely not.
Okay, so all right, looking good. So we have filled up the line. All right, so now we've got this weird thing where we've got these gaps in between the words. But if we set our tracking to -1, or sorry, +1, then we don't have all of the lyrics in there. So we're gonna set this to 0 and go to the last few lines or so, and then increase the tracking from that point. That way it'll close up those gaps for us.
I was wondering why, but said it so.
You weren't wondering anything.
Yes, I was.
All right, so I think we can maybe close up a little bit more of these gaps. Just gonna try. Maybe not. Okay, maybe select the last 2 lines. Can't do anything right, can I?
I mean, hey, you're making a BTS poster, so I might as well not say it.
Oh, okay. So as long as I make you BTS posters, then I can do things right. Then I actually know stuff.
Lucky I love you. 'Cause, jeez.
All right, let's
I think
see.
it's something smart Alex
Oh.
to say, but nothing else.
Okay, so looks like that's going to be the best that we're going to be able to do. So what I'm going to do now is drag a copy of this over here, just so we can save the actual text version of it. Bring this back up to full view, select our text box, create outlines. And that just gets us, really, it allows us to perfectly size it exactly how it needs to be. 32 by 20 at
Do I get to
2
see
inches
their
by 2
pretty
inches. You can see their pretty faces in just a minute. Calm down.
I don't want to calm down. I want to see their pretty faces. They're so beautiful.
All right, so we're going to do our wave pattern. This is what I always do with my typographic lyrics posters, and we'll see what 50 we'll see what 50% looks like. All right. She's weird. Okay, looking good.
We're off to see the wizard.
So we're pasting this into Photoshop using the Smart Object method. So it goes.
Objects have brains.
They do. They're all smart.
Wait a minute. Am I an object? Because I have a brain.
You don't have a brain.
You weren't supposed to agree to that, man. You weren't supposed to agree to that.
So we have our image, and what I'm going to do in here is, yeah, hold on. We will see the pretty faces in just a minute. Gracious. You see what I have to put up with over here?
Just
All right.
think, I'm not like this in the morning.
No, not at all. She's nothing like this in the
I'm
morning.
a
She doesn't.
legit zombie.
She does not speak in the morning. All right, so I'm gonna draw a shape perfectly within this space. So we've got our 2 and 1/8 inch. Now that we're in Photoshop, don't pop the bubble wrap during the video, please. Excuse me, I need that arm room. So now we have exactly 2 1/8 of an inch around each of the margins to accommodate for the bleed whenever we go to print this. And what we're doing with this shape is we're going to put the image of their pretty faces inside of that shape. Okay, so
I'm
we're
not
going
trying to be rude, but Jin and his worldwide shoulders.
so we're going to clip the image to the rectangle, get it right in the center, and now we're going to enlarge until we're right at the edges there. Looking good. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to merge those two together, and bring back our lyrics. I'm just going to rename this to lyrics so that way you all can keep up with what I'm doing. And then the image, with the image on top, we're going to have the image. We're going to basically make a clipping mask. So the image is showing through the lyrics. So now obviously what we've got to do is we have to change that background color. So I'm thinking that black is probably going to be our best bet, but we're going to be adding some effects to this, just to kind of bring in some of that, some of the lyrics just a little bit. And she's freaking out over here. Do what?
And some of the details so I can see their beautiful, beautiful faces.
Yeah, some of them, basically. Yeah, well, there's really not too much that you can do with this unless we really go back in and start editing that text a little bit more to make it tighter. And there's really nothing we can do there.
I still know who is who, so that's okay.
Yeah. All right, so basically I'm just going through... Sorry for all the people that are trying to follow along with this. I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing. So I'm adding a curves layer on top of the image of them so that we can just kind of bring up the brightness and increase that contrast just a little bit for the darker areas. And so now I'm going to go into adding a little bit of grain simply because we have that image in there and we enlarged it quite a bit to get it to fit in our 24 by 36 space. So what we want to do is we want to kind of cover up those artifacts just a little bit. So it doesn't have to be too crazy, probably about 50% amount of grain. And I apologize for what she's doing right now.
Sorry. I can't help it.
No big deal.
Every girl does that.
Mm-hmm. Believe me, I know. House full of daughters. Okay.
Aren't we the best?
You are, all of you. You're all the best.
But I'm superior because actually, other than K-pop, because it's a bad music taste, I have, especially when it comes to Savage Garden.
Oh, yes, Savage Garden. I've
Vocals.
recently gotten this girl into Savage Garden. Oh, look what we did. Look.
What?
Look. And look, it even looks like a face looking at me like, you missed me. You missed me.
You failed.
You failed. That is an epic fail if I've ever seen one, but it's fine. It's fine though.
You're leaving it there?
Well, part of me wants to just to mess with you since you've messed with me this whole time.
You're welcome.
But
I want
no.
you to leave it in there.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm gonna go in and take it out.
See, this is what I deal with.
We will decide what we're going to do after this video because I'm not going to go through this for the video just to go in and take that out, but I may end up having to do that. No big deal though. All right. So this is actually how I would leave this right here. Sometimes I may go in and add a little bit more effects to this just to kind of give it an aged look, but since BTS is a current band or current act, pop group, whatever they call it these days. I don't even know. Since they're current, I'm not going to give it an aged look. So, are you happy with this poster?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm happy with it too. At least from a design perspective, because it looks pretty cool. So these are all the lyrics to Wings, the album Wings by BTS.
It's my favorite.
And I haven't listened to the entire album. I've listened to a couple of songs.
Listen to the whole album.
Actually, I've listened to a little bit of a couple of the songs.
You should listen to the whole album.
All right, fine. I'll listen to the whole album. I guess that's my payment. Is having to listen to the whole album, which I'm getting a very raw end of the deal here.
But okay, I asked nicely, and then you made it. But you're the one who's agreeing to listen to the whole album, not me. I'm just slightly pressured.
I never said that I definitely would.
See, that's why I was trying to ask if you were messing with me or not. Like that prank from earlier, which was not funny, by the way.
Oh, it was hilarious. Okay, so here is the final product. Like I said, I may have to go in and edit those lyrics out, but here it is. BTS Wings poster.
Aren't they beautiful? Oh my god, they're pretty faces.
Help me. Somebody help me.
No, don't help him. He doesn't deserve it. Only because I love him. You want me to name the people real fast? The members?
If you must.
RM, V, Suga, Jin, Jungkook, Jimin, and J-Hope.
I feel like my
Yes.
IQ just dropped about 30 points.
I am your dropped IQ, buddy.
All right, thanks for watching along with us as we created that BTS Wings poster. It was a poster. I made it.
You're welcome.
And
Welcome.
we'll get it printed and put up on her wall in her room. So, yeah, fun times. Just a reminder, please hit the like and subscribe button below and also click the bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching me and my crazy daughter here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Annyeong.